Hey everybody, Samantha Pseudo Drucker here on Ask Sam for the Times Square Chronicles. And today I'm speaking with actor Kevin Scott Allen. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
It looks so sunny and beautiful in LA.
Yeah, we're very lucky. This is January in LA, but it's gorgeous out.
Freezing cold here in New York and
Um,
snow.
ah,
Um, so we are so excited, right? You have American Primeval coming out on Netflix January 9th, directed by Peter Berg, who also directed Friday Night Lights. And you have a juicy character, French Canadian badass named Louis, who rapes and kidnaps and plots to steal. And I want you to tell us all about it.
ah, it was a ball, first of all. We shot in New Mexico. We shot from March to June. So the weather was drastically different from March and June, but that's the time frame we had. It's a hideous human being, but like with every character I play who's hideous, in his mind, he's not hideous. So I create horrible mayhem and bedlam for the leads, Betty Gilpin, Taylor Kitsch.
Now,
Uh,
you rape Betty Gilpin.
yes, I do. Bless her heart. I certainly do.
Tell us a little bit about that because I know that what the audience sees, which is, scary and traumatic and violent, is very, very different than the clinical and choreographed safety net of the filming of something that, when the audience sees it, looks like a nightmare, but in reality, it's just pretend. Tell us about this rape scene of yours, Kevin.
Well, it's yeah, I've done a number of them, and they are choreographed is a great word. It's an exotic dance. You choreograph where you're going to move for many reasons, not the least of which you want to make sure you don't bump into or block the camera. But it's choreographed so you know what hand goes where, at what point, at what time. And the beauty of that is within that choreography, the body memorizes what the limitations are, but your emotions can go crazy. So then the fear, the excitement, the dominating, all of that you're free to experience as an actor because everybody you know, the other actress knows, it's choreographed and no one's going to get hurt.
And so you have a discussion previously with the actress about, can I touch your shoulder, your arm, your thigh, etc.?
Yeah, exactly. I insist on that because A, and not only is out of respect to the other actor or actress, I'm protecting myself. I want to know what I can and cannot do. I don't want to have enough sudden slap come in the middle of it. So yes, everything is choreographed. Everything is done with permission. Everybody's comfortable, but there's a director, there's an intimacy coordinator. Everybody is there to make sure that nobody is put in a position of extreme discomfort.
Now, Louis is French Canadian,
Yeah.
so I know that you are a master of accents, and I know that you have a long history of playing characters with interesting accents and physicalities, and you're really a master character actor. Can you please tell us or give us a little Quebecois? Tell us how you created Louis.
Louis, when talking to reading the script, talking to all the people involved, I believe Louis was probably a criminal from France who came over in the 1850s. So
And you
his
are French Canadian, you are French Swiss.
yes, my family comes from the French part of Switzerland and the German part, but I was more influenced by the French part.
You
But
speak French.
reached pas français. I went to school in Switzerland as a kid, so I learned how to speak French. Actually, spoke French better than English at one point. But I decided Louis, even though he's French Canadian, I wanted him to be more of, I guess, more worldly. So I believed he was a character, a criminal who had come over from France to wreak havoc in this country because either he was banned from France or transported because he was going to go to prison. So the accent was a combination of French Canadian, which is kind of French with an American accent, and real guttural, what I call peasant French. So it had a lot of a lot of ugly sounds in it. Qu'est-ce que je veux faire? A ugly sound, which also to me went in along with his ugly insides.
I love that. So Now, you've been working since you were a kid, and I know that you were this, skinny, cute kid on the Waltons, and 5 decades later, you are still consistently working, which is a testament to your discipline, your talent, your exploration of characters, and you're very well known as a character actor, and you've done some extraordinary characters over the years, and I want you to, if you would kindly, share with us a little bit about how you explore a character. How do you build a character?
Because I play a lot of rough and tumble guys, people always think, oh, yeah, of course, you just go into the power. The first thing I look for in any character is what is he afraid of? What makes him tremble? Once you find that, everything else is just clothing on the body. Once we find out where his vulnerabilities are, the power, the hideous things he does, that's just to protect himself.
Now, you do play a lot of hideous
Oh,
characters.
yeah.
You're sort of very well known for playing rough, tough, and scary. Um, and which is different than the cute kid that you started out
Oh,
as.
yeah.
Um,
Well, I looked cute and innocent when I was a child. I guess the older I got, the less innocent I looked. It's not that I went out and robbed a bank and slaughtered a family of four, but I remember a casting director said to me once when I went in to read, you know what? You just sitting there looking at me frightens me.
well, you don't frighten me.
Oh, good. I
And
can
I
fix it.
know that I am not the only one that has this opinion. Um, I think that, as we develop and age, we become more interesting as human beings. And I think that translates for actors, and you are no exception in that aspect. And I know that you have made a big career out of playing, very rough, tough, scary, mean characters. I would like you to tell us what are the characters that you would like to work on next?
I love the idea of the villain because villain is usually the character with the most conflict inside himself. So I'm looking forward, and I've been doing more of this lately, the sophisticated villain. The person who on the outside looks wonderful, the person you either admire or want to be with, but is still evil on the inside. And again, that evil comes from fear. You can never play mean just for the sake of being mean. It's got
Like a sophisticated, charming evil, like the man that could kill us with a caviar spoon?
exactly the prince you don't suspect that's being the mass curtain, the mass murderer in the downtown peasant area, the multi billionaire who you wouldn't suspect actually is the one who's doing the drive-by shootings in the ghetto. Yeah, the guy. The more sophisticated you can be, the more complex your evil can be.
I love that. That's so hot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I'm glad. Hey,
it is.
I put it on my profile.
And you've done so many things that are coming out soon, not only American Primeval, but please tell us what else we can see of you coming out soon and whatever you're allowed to share with us.
Sure, there are several projects. I don't know how far they are in the process, but I know one that is coming out soon called Red Talons, which is a great tale about werewolf clans who are in battle with each other. And the guy I play is this immortal supernatural being who pretty much is in power over everybody, which is what attracted me to it. And
You're the alpha of all the werewolves.
exactly, but he's not a werewolf. He's this. They never really described what he was. He's this. I guess you could call it an elfish guy, but his people created the werewolves, created the world, and he's been, as they described him, he's been around for thousands and thousands of years. And this latest kerfuffle with the werewolves is just the latest snafu in their global plan.
Oh, I love that. And when does that come out, maybe, if you're allowed to tell us?
It's not that I'm not allowed. I believe it's coming out shortly. We're in January, so I believe their release date is either January or February. I know Salty TV is the production company, and they've been posting a lot of stuff on Instagram. So you can certainly go to Instagram and see great photos, great videos. The special effects are phenomenal. The fighting, they hire these incredible young guys who are masters at martial arts. Really exciting to watch.
We'll make sure to check it out.
Cool.
I know that so you've done these productions, they're coming out soon. I can't wait to see American Primeval. And I know that you are morphing into a more sophisticated villain as the characters you are planning on playing. And I know that you've done an entire rainbow of different kinds of characters, and you are really a master of characters. And I want to know when you are not on set, what do you like to do for fun?
Right. I know that sounds crazy, but I don't I don't go out and play a lot of games. I don't do video. I don't do all that. I like to create. And creating for me is fun. And during COVID, for example, I saw when productions were shut down, even though I shot a bunch of stuff during COVID, I said, you know what? I'm not going to just sit here and stare at the walls. So I wrote, and I wrote a book. I've written a bunch, but this one, the latest, was a mystery called "Murder Can Be Fatal." And my next endeavor with that is to get it made into a film or miniseries, which we're working on right now.
So I read it. I
Ah,
have it right here.
you have it.
Yes, Murder Can Be Fatal, and it's available on Amazon, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Amazon, I believe Barnes and Nobles as well.
I read it, I loved it, and I personally felt that it opens like the scene from Sunset Boulevard with the dead guy in the pool. It has that feeling to it. It has like a little bit of a film noir flavor to it, and I really loved it. As I was reading it, I personally thought this is a movie.
That's exactly what I wanted. I love that. It explores rather the seedy side of Hollywood, which again is kind of like the characters I play. You know, you see the beauty of the beauty of LA, the beauty of California, but beneath all that green grass is grimy dirt, is soil, is mud. And that's what Hollywood is about. But a lot of people like to explore the glamour. And I wanted to explore the non glamorous side. Because I don't care, every beauty has its ugly parts. Just kind
Well,
of like,
that's like your characters, right?
exactly.
Characters, whether they are sophisticated or rough and tough, your characters are complex. So even when there's a glossy exterior, I think all human beings, there's always the stuff underneath the surface.
Cool. And that's what I look for in characters, the opposites. If he's a down, dirty guy, where is his beauty in his life? If he's a sophisticated man, where is the grit in his life? What is he ashamed of? And that playing opposites, playing with them, not only makes acting fun, but to me, it makes the character more interesting for the audience because you never know what you're going to get.
Well, I guess that's why your audiences keep coming back again and again to see you.
They know I'll kill them if they don't.
Thank you so much for joining us, Kevin. I'm Samantha Basuto Drucker, and I've had the great pleasure of speaking with actor Kevin Scott Allen. Kevin, thank you again for joining me, and we'll talk again really soon.
I look forward to it.
Thank you. Bye bye.